Hey guys, have you ever wanted to control a stepper motor to do something really cool, like draw a crazy picture like this or 3D print something using multiple of them? Well, in this video, I'll talk about exactly how to do that, the code, and the electronics along with it, so stay tuned. So as for this specific task, I'm having the motors go at slightly different speeds with this 2-bar linkage, and it creates this pretty interesting pattern here. We can definitely mess around with the speeds and the linkage setup, and it will kind of play around and give you different interesting patterns and effects. So this is just one example of something you can do with this type of precision that you get from these stepper motors. So this is my electrical diagram for the circuit. I have each component in different colors. So example, the wall is orange, the power supply is red, Arduino blue, and finally the stepper motor and stepper drivers are in green. The pins connecting all of these are also indicated here. If you just look a little bit closer, you can see the pins linking the various components together. This image shows how to tune the current of your stepper motors via your stepper motor drivers. I recommend 0.14 volts, but honestly, if you get it out of the box and just want to ignore this, go right ahead. That's what I did for the first 3 months before I knew what was going on. Your motors just might run a little hot. Okay, so this is our setup right here. I'm going to explain all of this really quickly and then we'll go into more depth, but I'm going to start essentially with the wall. So this is plugged into a power cord right now, and this yellow piece is basically a safety device that can protect you in the event that, downstream of this, if I'm ever messing with electrical wires, and there's a short circuit, it will trip and basically save you from getting shocked. So it's definitely a recommendation just for all of you guys as hobbyists, as you're kind of getting into this. A great thing to have. And then this one is essentially just a black cord with 3 wires going on it. So the way that these plugs work is there's like a high, low, and a ground, and then 3 wires associated with that come through here, and then they attach to my power supply box. So this power supply takes in this cord from the wall, which we just went over. And again, you can see those 3 cords there, and on the box you see it says low, neutral, and ground. So those represent the 3 different wires. Make sure you have those plugged in correctly. Again, I'll have those highlighted on the wiring diagram for y'all. But besides that, this is taking in wall power, wall energy, 120 volts basically AC, and then it's turning it into 12 volt DC for us, which allows us to control these motors. So on the right side here, you see you have 2 V minuses and 2 V pluses. So those are connected to our stepper motor driver boards, which kind of come down the chain and are right here. So these driver boards do all the heavy lifting for us. They make the controlling the motors a lot simpler. They're kind of comprised of 2 parts. They have this red easy driver board on there, and then the black board is kind of like a motherboard, which the red ones just plug into. So they take the power coming from the side, they take commands from the Arduino, and then they send those out to the motors themselves. That's kind of the general gist, and there's 2 of them for our 2 stepper motors, but if you wanted to have like 5 or 6 stepper motors for like a printer, they sell these in a more kind of compact form that might be a little bit easier to deal with, but that's the same general gist applies for them as well. Our Arduino, I'm using an Arduino Mega right now. An Arduino regular would also work, as well as a Raspberry Pi, but I just found that this is just kind of the easiest one to use from a prototyping perspective. So I'm basically sending commands from the Arduino to these driver boards, which then, through these wires, are basically powering my stepper motors to move at separate speeds. And then, of course, the Arduino is plugged into a computer, too. So I know that was just kind of a quick video overview. I'll have a more detailed sketch posted. Okay, so diving into the code of this all, it's actually fairly simple to get these motors to just run. You have to do some setup work with these easy drivers. The things you want to put in, each driver takes basically 3 pins here. So there's a direction pin, step pin, and an enable pin. They each have one of each. So these are kind of represent the first board, the first easy driver board, and the second easy driver board by those 2 groupings there. So the numbers are just the corresponding pins on my Arduino, and the AccelStepper library is also included here, which I'm using to control it as well. And then to control with the AccelStepper library, it's it's kind of good to note that there's not much online with these particular drivers on how to connect them. I found out that if we actually use one in this digit space, it will connect up just fine for both of them. And then 3 and the 4 are the step and direction pins that we have defined up there as well. So when we go down into our setup, it's really important that we note the enable pins 1 and 2 have to be set to low in order to start them. If you don't do this, they will basically not be enabled and your motors won't work. So if you want to turn off your motors and stop current from going to them, you can actually set these as high in your loop, and that will basically turn them off and stop current from flowing to them. That's actually can be helpful when you don't want to overheat them. But moving down below that, you can set our maximum speed and set the speed. So you notice that my drawing robot, I said that one's motor is running slower than the other. So you can actually see here the x-axis motor is at 400 and the y is at 415, running just a little bit faster. I also found that the resolution of this isn't super great. So if I did 400 and 401, they would actually be going at basically the same speed from what I've found. So you do need a pretty good degree of separation for to see that difference play out. And finally in the loop, you can just play here x-axis run speed, y-axis run speed, and that will kind of start the actions here. So I have this code running right now, and this is essentially what it's doing, just running the motors at very slightly different speeds. And in order to do this, you do need the library, or else it does become quite difficult with all the different steps that you need to do. So if you ever wanted to run just one motor at a time, you could just set the enable pin high and low once, and that will get it to move one click. That's another kind of trick to do. So as we go over here, I'll also attach this link, but there's other ways to control these stepper motors if you want to move them by a specific distance at a time. You can actually use this code, which I'll link as well. It's part of the library. Definitely recommend looking at it, but you can set the speed and then move to a particular position, which is also super helpful. So you can see kind of here that they're using a different board. So when they set up their stepper motor driver, they're using this code. So you would, again, in mine, you would use just to put the 1 in that placeholder, and you'll be able to connect the easy driver up to it just fine. But yeah, that's pretty much the code in a nutshell. So I highly recommend looking at this video. It's where I learned a lot of the things I needed to get my circuit functioning properly. As you can see, they also are using the easy driver with the motherboard attached as well. It's the same kind of basic setup that I'm using too, and it's just a little bit more fundamental in terms of operating the stepper motor. Like for example, if you wanted to know how to move the stepper motor without using a library, this goes into great depth on that. So I'll have this linked in the comments below. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you leave a note in the box below and I'll do my best to respond. But otherwise, have a nice day.